Hey guys, I'm back with a video. Today I'm just going to have a quick look at the new Inferno. It's just been put into Counter-Strike Global Offensive. If you guys want to try this map for yourself, it's in the beta at the moment. It's listed as a release candidate, RC. I can't remember the exact number, but you'll see it. So yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a quick look at this. I'm no pro or anything like that, so if you want someone else's opinion, well... Anyway, I'm going to start from T-Spawn. So yeah, basically, like, Inferno is one of my favourite maps, so sit back in the game is awesome, with a new aesthetic, which is quite clean and pretty. I don't know how I feel about it over the old one, but either way, it's definitely not bad, so that's all good. So yeah, from T-Spawn, basically, like, to summarize the whole map, clutter has been way reduced, which is good, because there was a lot of clutter on this map. You can see, like, coming through here, most of it's been removed. Sorry, I've got some harmless spots on. But yeah, getting through here, you're not going to get blocked so much anymore. And even if you do, they have put in a new route over this way, which is good. This is something that I definitely wanted to see. People considered it to be a little bit useless, but if somebody's blocking the door or you want to go to short anyways, not short, alt mid. Sorry, all my callouts for this map are going to be a little bit off because it's been so long since I played it. But yeah, this is a bit of a quicker way to do it. Alt mid, like, wow, it's been really, I think it's been widened. It's been a long time since I've played the other Inferno. I haven't played it since it was taken out of the map pool, but yeah, everything as well has been kind of widened. I don't know how I feel about this. The little, was it a haystack or something? There was something here that kind of, it was a little hidey hole. It was a really good spot to sort of hold if you felt like the CTs were going to be pushing really fast, especially on the second round, because that was kind of in the meta for CTs to kind of push really fast with SMGs or something. But anyway, that's been removed. It is what it is. I don't think it's too bad. I think I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be easy to cross here. I don't know if the AWP has quite as big an angle up this end now. But yeah, so Mexico has not really been fixed. I was hoping they might make this like a much... They've kind of made it a little bit more... They've kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but it's still this far here, like... I don't know. I guess, like, it's to stop you from shooting at some points, but I actually don't like this at all. I think that's one of the main negatives of this map. Overall, it's been pretty good. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Otherwise, like, it's pretty much the same. It plays very, very similarly. I'm not sure if it's... I think it is wide. I think it has definitely been widened. But you definitely still have, like... I think it's all made so a perfect smoke will block the whole thing still, which is good. And that's the same I found on a few parts of the map, so... yeah, I think it's going to play fairly similarly. Now, up here is one of the places I haven't really looked. You can still boost yourself up here. But they've removed... There was 2 rooms here before. I'm not sure if they extended this one. I think they've extended this one. I apologise for not being 100%. There was, like, I think they called it dark room or something like that. But you no longer can get in there. And they kind of basically made this room a bit less cluttery. So, shoot through that. You can. I don't know what the damage is, but... Obviously, you know, coming up here for a bit of a cheeky AWP pick is definitely still possible. But you might want to be a little bit careful. And I think, if I'm correct... Yeah, I think all of these fences, they've had their actual hitboxes removed. Out of the way. So, and it's the same with some of the stuff in, like, graves and stuff. But anyhow, they kind of changed A-halls a little bit, or A-apps, depending on what you wanted to call it. Made a nice little pretty outlook here, which is quite nice. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's going to play pretty much exactly the same. Again, it's kind of removed a little bit of clutter, but... Most of the sort of A site has been fairly untouched, especially here. This is sort of the 2 positions I play with, either here or over there. There's not been much changed at all. I think, from what I can tell, and I could be wrong on this, so I apologise if I am, I don't know if you can self-boost up there anymore. I was never really good enough to make this jump anyways, but it seems, maybe you still could, but it's going to be very difficult. Either way, it's just easy to boost. That's what I always did. You can get into this position here as well. See if I can get there. Yeah, which is a bit of a cheeky sort of little spot, but I mean, it's a bit of a one and done spot. I mean, the boost spot up here has always been usable, so it's not like it's completely useless. They kind of cleaned up this hay cart a little bit. It's still not great. It's still a little bit awkward to get up here. I was hoping that maybe they'd have like a bit of damaged fence there or something, so you could just basically straight walk up. It's a little bit easy to flush this guy out who's sitting here, but he still does have like a bit of a weird angle on the hay cart, so I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe, I don't know, bringing out a bit of a brick wall or something a little bit further. But no, that's just my personal opinion. So pit's been a little bit cleaned up as well. The big pole's been removed. Now it's just kind of a one wall, which is fairly straightforward to try and to deal with. You're not kind of limited by weird, awkward stuff anymore, which is cool. That's they've done that on a lot of this map. Graves, I think, has been a little bit nerfed. I think the wall came up a little bit higher before, whereas now it's there. It's still going to be like a viable position if you feel like they're coming arch side. But yeah, you don't have as much protection, you're not as hidden. And again, this fence I don't think has any hitboxes on it, so you can just shoot straight through it, which is good because I can't remember if it was that way before, but it was a little awkward. You can actually boost up here as well. And obviously the roof on A side has been removed. I know a lot of people called for that because it was a little bit awkward it was just a little bit dark and that sort of thing. And I mean, now you could probably get smokes in here as well somehow. But you can boost up here as well. I don't know how viable a position this is, but not up to this sort of thing. No. So yeah, there's still like kind of back of sight and everything's a little bit cheeky, but it's nowhere near as awkward as it used to be, which is cool. I think like basically the way the map's played isn't going to change too much. It's just kind of everything's cleaned up, which is really what I wanted to see because I love Inferno. I didn't want to see it change too much. This spot's still here, it's fine. Library or kitchen, whatever you call it, still exactly the same. Actually, it's probably better to call a library now based on all the books. CT spawn's the same. It's like basically just got less clutter. I just want to have a quick look at this side over here though to start with. Arches is fairly standard. There's no roof here by the looks of it, so you could actually get a smoke onto mid from there. I might actually make another video on some smokes and stuff I come up with if you guys would like that, but see how we go. But yeah, basically like how this side here is played is not going to change at all. I think like boiler's exactly the same, which is good. See a little boiler in there as well. Nice artwork here as well, I noticed. I quite like that. But yeah, I mean the fight down on mid's going to be exactly the same. You're going to hold the angles exactly the same. Nothing's really changed there. Maybe the timings have been slightly changed. I haven't actually play tested this in competitive, so I don't know. You still got this little cutout thing here, which is good. I used to, particularly on ecos, I used to sort of hold in this sort of position and pop out with a 5-7 and kill everyone because it's OP. So, moving on. Through here, pretty much unchanged in terms of how it played, just a little bit visual difficulty. Visual difference. You can still get up here, if I can stop sucking so much. Oh my gosh, oh, am I stuck? Valve, please fix! Actually, I think I am stuck. I am. Oh well. You can definitely get up here though. I have done this. It's a little bit awkward though. There we go. I'm not sure if they changed this though. I thought maybe back when it used to be played you could peek out sort of onto the B site, whereas now you can't. So either way, I'm glad you can't do that. You can still kind of do a bit of a cheeky spot here if you really wanted to, but I thought I did this before on the fence, but oh, yes you can. It's obviously going to be very slow, but it's a cheeky sort of spot. Got a bit of a cutout here. So there was a van here, I think, or a truck. So they've removed this again, kind of put like a bit of a cutout, so it's much cleaner. It's going to be a much cleaner fight. That's good. Through here, they've changed clutter as well. Just removed clutter, kind of giving you still a few hidey hole spots, but nothing that's going to like screw up your gunfight because of stupid hitboxes and stuff like that. But yeah, we're about to go have a this map, so I'm going to cut and go to the next 10 minutes. Alright, so on the B site, again, everything's fairly similar. It all looks very different, but it's going to play pretty much the same. Coil's been removed and put in place with some coffins, which are full of nuclear warheads by the looks of it. Also grill has been removed, which is kind of sad because I liked grill. But anyway, you got some coffins here now. I guess the new call out for this will be coffins or something, but either way, you can shoot through this. I can't remember if you can shoot through that on the coil spot, but on this you can, which is, I think it's a good spot. I think it's a good thing. I didn't like this spot for someone to be able to kind of duck and keep peeking. I think that's a bit overpowered, especially when like you got a good AWPer and you're limited on utility. You can't really just flush them out with a Molotov and stuff like that. I used to have some good Molotovs to get it off. Oftentimes I'd have to use it elsewhere or couldn't afford one. Dark spot's being kind of semi-removed. The cutout in there is no longer there, so you can't be as cheeky. It's going to be a lot easier to check, which is good. The spot through here, you used to be able to peek through here. As you can see, you cannot anymore, and you cannot shoot through here. I did check this. I think that's a really good thing. That was an awkward spot. Now you just have to peek out either side, which is cool. You can now self-boost onto this, which I think, is this oranges? I think they called it, which is a bit different now, but it'll probably still get called oranges. Mind you, I don't even think there was anything to do with oranges before, so that's going to be a spot that's probably checked a bit more. And yeah, you can actually like kind of hop up this fountain now as well. I don't know if you can, you probably jump over here if you're more skilled than I am, but either way, you can still self-boost up that spot. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Not much has changed other than that self-boost, which I'm actually not too concerned with. You could get that on like a skill jump across, but it was a little bit awkward, so whatever. Through here has been very much widened as well. I'm not sure, this is one of the another area on the map which I'm not 100% confident in. Again, a smoke is still wide enough to block sort of the whole passageway, but I don't know, it's a little bit weird. They've kind of removed the sort of overhang thing. The veranda, well, I can't really say veranda because nobody will understand that that isn't Australian, but either way, sort of the, I don't know what people call it, the little roof thing that came off. So the cutout position, there used to be a spot you could kind of hold in here and you'd be blocked off on an eco position. You can no longer do that. You could probably still hold here, but it's nowhere near as powerful. So that'll be interesting, how that plays out. Obviously that's going to give a little bit less power to ecos for the CTs, but either way, you can still get into this sandbag sort of position. They've removed this hay cart thing that was here, which is going to make the fight here a bit interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not super either way at the moment, but it's interesting. This position here is basically useless. But anyway, it is what it is. You got now, instead of a car, you have these barrels, and you can shoot through them. So this is still going to be a bit of a cheeky position that you can hold as a CT, but you can be spammed through. It can be spammed through, so it's not going to be as powerful. You have a bit of a wall here though, which will be kind of in place of the sort of pergola thing, the veranda that went across down to the bottom. So they removed that again, which is good because it was really awkward, and a lot of people were calling for that. So yeah, I think you can still block off this whole way with a smoke. I don't know if this is, I imagine this is intended, but that's good. Yeah, so I mean everything's been widened, but at least for smokes and stuff like that, it's not too bad. But I think it's going to make AWPs less powerful on this map. I think because of the narrow corridors and the sort of choke points, this is going to give the Ts a bit of an advantage. It's not going to make it a T-sided map. I think it's definitely still a CT map. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a little bit less awkward for the terrorists, which is cool. I never had too much issue on T-side because I'm a bit of a T-side player, but either way, I think that's most of the important stuff. You got a bit of a cutout on this side this time, so you can still get up here a little bit protected, but you can't kind of smoke. Well, I suppose you can still smoke that off and sneak your way up here, and then try and take the raw duel at sandbags or at corner. You can still hop on these logs and get the peek across here. Can't see it because there's a smoke, but there is still a little spot there, which is good because that was a spot that I abused a fair bit, either with the AK or the AWP. So that's good. You can, I don't know if you can quite be spotted over here. Let's have a look if I can work that out. Or I think you will. I think you'll just be able to see your head if you're in this sort of spot. So you can still get some information either way, but I don't know. I think that the height is deliberate, but how that'll actually play it may be a little awkward. We'll see. You still got this little spot in here. I can't remember what it's called, but either way, again, like it's not gonna. The way it's played, I don't think it's gonna change too much. It's just made it a bit less awkward. So yeah, let's have a look. Can we? Oh, where did you get in? It was down here, wasn't it? Not in that one. Yeah, in T-apps. This was never really the spot that I ever really came, but through here looks pretty much the same. It's quite cluttered still, but I'm not too concerned about that. Just might make gunfights when people are saving a little bit weird, but anyway, that's nothing different. Still definitely get a bit of a gunfight up here if there's going to be a bit of a AWP peak or anything like that. Again, kind of clutter's just been reduced again. I think the bridge has been widened. You got some actual protection here as well, because I think before it was just a fence that could be shot through. So yeah, again, simplified. It's good. Everything here is fairly similar. I think it's all placed pretty much the same. You got this. Oh no, you still got a bit of a roof there, but I think everything's been widened a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing too strikingly different about it. They've kind of done what I hoped they'd do. They've just kind of removed the clutter and basically kept how it's going to be played, which I'm really happy with, because I was a bit worried they were going to try and change too much. I definitely think there's going to be some parts of the map which are still a little bit awkward, but Inferno has always been a great map, whether it was awkward or not, so I think it's going to be fine. My FPS has been good on this map as well, which is an important thing, because obviously the textures have all been kind of updated and stuff like that, but no issues that we had like on Nuke, so I'm quite happy with that. But anyway, if you guys have played it, I'd be interested in hearing your opinion. But from me, it is a solid 5 stars. I think this is going to be a fantastic map. Definitely this section here is the only thing that I'm properly concerned about. It's a little different, but again, like the haystack sort of thing here wasn't too used, so I don't think it's too big a deal. It's just a little bit weird. Either way, thank you guys for watching. If you want some more Counter-Strike content, make sure you subscribe and let me know that you do, because I always appreciate some support. Obviously I haven't made much videos on this channel. Oh, you can actually run on this side. Okay, never mind, they actually did kind of improve it, but I think I would have preferred you can run the whole way through. But either way, not too bad. So yeah, until next time, goodbye.